Last time on Nightly Haven, we followed one of history's greatest treasure hunts into the infamous Money Pit. We explored the flood tunnels, the mysterious artifacts, the Knights Templar, and countless theories that have kept people digging for more than 2 centuries. But tonight, we're leaving the Money Pit behind, because what if everyone had been searching in the wrong place? What if the greatest secret on Oak Island isn't buried beneath the famous Money Pit, but beneath a quiet swamp? A swamp that many researchers believe shouldn't even exist. And what if one man, a former slave turned wealthy landowner, discovered something long before modern treasure hunters ever arrived? Welcome back to Nightly Haven. I'm your host, Nikki, and today we're diving into the mystery of Oak Island's swamp and the legend of Samuel Ball. Fear tingles down your spine and hairs stand on end. Mysteries unknown and tales in the dark. Are you ready? Hello? When you picture Oak Island, you probably imagine the Money Pit. That's where the television cameras usually point. That's where history tells us the treasure should be. But on the opposite side of the island lies a swamp that has puzzled researchers for decades. At first glance, it doesn't look like much, just shallow water, mud, and reeds swaying in the Atlantic breeze. Hardly the place you'd expect to uncover one of Oak Island's biggest mysteries. But appearances can be deceiving. Over the years, researchers began asking a simple question: why is the swamp here? Some geologists believe it formed naturally over thousands of years. Others aren't convinced. Modern investigations have uncovered evidence of stone pathways, timbers, and signs of human activity buried beneath the mud. Could all of it be coincidence? Maybe. Or could someone have intentionally altered this part of the island centuries ago? If that's true, the swamp isn't hiding treasure, the swamp is hiding history. One of the most fascinating discoveries made in the swamp was a stone roadway. Not just random rocks, a carefully laid path beneath the mud. Imagine draining part of the swamp only to discover what appears to be a man-made road disappearing into the darkness. Roads usually lead somewhere, so where was this one going? Some researchers believe it may have been used to move heavy cargo. Others think it could simply be the remains of old farming activity. And that's one thing you'll notice about Oak Island. Every discovery has 2 explanations: the ordinary and the extraordinary. Which one you believe depends on how much mystery you're willing to accept. As the digging continued, researchers made another strange discovery: large wooden timbers buried beneath the swamp. Some appeared to line up in a way that resembled the remains of an old ship. Immediately, the theories exploded. Had someone intentionally sunk a ship here? Was it carrying treasure? Or was the vessel dismantled after unloading something far more valuable? Before we get too excited, let's slow down. No complete ship has ever been uncovered. No captain's log, no cargo, no unmistakable proof. But the possibility has fueled endless speculation. Because if someone wanted to erase evidence, a swamp would be a perfectly good place to do it. Now we've come to one of Oak Island's most intriguing figures, Samuel Ball. Unlike pirates or medieval knights, Samuel Ball was a real person, born into slavery in South Carolina. He later fought for the British during the American Revolutionary War. After the war, he was granted his freedom and received land in Nova Scotia. Eventually, he settled on Oak Island. Historical records show that Samuel Ball became a successful farmer. His cabbage crops were reportedly in high demand. He bought additional land, accumulated wealth, and became one of the island's largest landowners. That's the documented theory. Now, here's where the legend begins. Many people have asked the same question: how did Samuel Ball become so wealthy? Was his farming really enough? Or did he stumble across something hidden beneath his land? Maybe while clearing the fields, maybe while digging, maybe by a complete accident. The truth is, no historical record says Samuel Ball found treasure, none. But because his success seemed remarkable, the rumors grew. Some believe he quietly discovered pirate gold. Others think he found only a small portion of a much larger treasure. If he did, he never told anyone, and if he didn't, his story still proves something remarkable. A man who began life as a slave built a successful future through determination, land ownership, and hard work, a story that stands out on its own regardless of the treasure legends. So, what's really hidden on Oak Island? After more than 2 centuries, we still don't have the answer. Maybe the money pit holds the key. Maybe the swamp does. Maybe Samuel Ball knew something everyone else missed. Or maybe Oak Island has become something even more valuable than treasure, a mystery, one that refuses to let go because every generation believes it will be the one to solve it. And maybe someday, one of them will. Until then, the swamp keeps its secrets. Samuel Ball keeps his, and Oak Island continues doing what it has done for over 200 years, inviting us to ask one more question. What if? If you enjoyed today's journey into one of history's greatest mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'm your host, Nikki, and until next time, stay curious, stay questioning, and remember, sometimes the greatest treasures is the mystery itself. Have a good day, guys. Bye.